Welcome in to Bingham High School for KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. We've got a Region 3 special for you as the Bingham Miners on senior night prepare to host the Riverton Silverwolves. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Pleased to be joined by Kenzie Christiansen. Kenzie, great rivalry in all sports between these two. Senior night, we got a great game coming up tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot of great energy on the field, as you may be hearing. With it being senior night, there's tons of fans out here. Riverton looks pretty composed on their side, just waiting to get out on the field and have a good night overall.
You talk about Riverton. They come in 9-4 overall, 2-1 in region play. They got a lot of girls that can score it. Pennington, 31 goals. Milner with 35. You've got 37 for Davenport. It's a loaded offense for the Silverwolves.
Yeah, and they're not afraid to share the ball. There's a lot of attack movement. There's a lot of assists. A lot of great players out there on the field as a whole, and their defense not too shabby either.
Meanwhile, for Bingham, 5-5 on the season, 1-2 in region play. Pivotal region matchup for them. RPI seeding, but also, bragging rights in this Region 3. And look, it's senior night. A lot of emotions. How do you try to contain those in a big game like this?
I think you don't, actually. I think just taking those emotions in the most positive way. It's not about controlling him. It's directing him in the right way. And just having the right mindset behind how they're going to play, how they're going to put that energy into the right plays, and how they're going to keep their composure through those exciting moments. And make sure that the energy stays throughout. Even if the ball favors in Riverton's side, the Miners just need to keep their energy in the right direction, and they're going to have an amazing game. Riverton
just one game back of Mountain Ridge, who's the top team in this Region 3. Bingham, a couple games back, but a win here could certainly give them a lot of momentum with state playoffs right around the corner.
Yes. I know those state playoffs, talking with Courtney from Bingham and Jocelyn from Riverton. Both of them are very excited and want to be contenders for Region 3 and get to that title for themselves. So this will be a lot of energy. There's a lot of good relationships between the players, as a lot of Bingham players did play for Riverton in their youth program. So just bringing that friendship through the years, it's going to just be an overall fun game for the girls.
Bingham in the home whites, and getting the start today in the cage will be the junior Morgan Edmond. She'll have the task of trying to slow down this Riverton offense. 465 save percentage for Edmond on the season. Riverton in the All Blacks tonight, and the starting goalie for the Silverwolves will be the senior Madison Sorensen. Should be good. Interested to see which of these defenses can slow down the opposing offense.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see how these fast breaks are going to take off, how the defense is going to respond, and overall how this game's going to go as a whole and how the flow really projects.
Opening draw ready to get going. Want to remind you, the clock you see on your screen, unofficial. At times we'll start it early, stop it late, that sort of thing, to try to keep it trued up with the game clock here in the stadium. As we're set for the opening draw, 25 minutes on the clock to kick off senior night here at Bingham in a Region 3 special. And the opening draw trying to be controlled. And Bingham had it and coming away with it. Good control there for the Miners. Rushing up, and an early goal, for Riverton. I got the jersey switched. It's Riverton with the goal, and it's Caitlin Davenport with the goal for the Silverwolves. 38th on the year for Caitlin. Great way to start the game for her. Not a great way for our commentators to start. I can't believe I did that, Kenzie.
I was going to interject, but
you should have.
It had such a fast pace to it. Yeah, Caitlin had a great ground ball with that control coming up, keeping her momentum flowing forward, keeping that composure as she takes it down to the back of the net. Beautiful run for her.
1-0 early start for the Silverwolves on the road. Whistle here on the draw. We'll give it to the Silverwolves here. This will be DeGrief to start it. Here's Butterfield. Maggie Bird. They bring DeGrief right across. Nice spin. Shot, top corner, goal. Riverton taking a 2-0 lead. Good look there for DeGrief.
Yeah, no, it was beautiful that she was able to switch her hands, get a roll dodge, get the open center lane that every player wants, and got that left shoulder of the Bingham goalie, which is a sweet spot, you know. Getting that speed and that trajectory of that goal was beautifully done, and I think we're going to see a few more from her tonight.
26th goal of the year for DeGrief. She's also the leading assister for this Riverton offense. 22 assists on the season, 26 goals now, and a shooting percentage of .556. Needless to say, the senior's been fantastic for Riverton this season. Draw in the air and controlled by Bingham. Nice win there for Sophie Curtis, the junior. A lot of room here for Sophie, playing to the angle, coming in. Oh, good movement, and Bingham answers right back. It's Nora Davis with the goal. Aspen Little, my apologies. I thought it was number 5. It was number 6. Aspen Little with goal number 18.
Yeah, that was greatly done. Seeing that assist was amazing. She was able to do that little tuck dodge, protect her stick, protect her body, and just sell it in the back of the net. Maddie committed too early on that goal. There's sometimes that goalies want to step forward to kind of play more of a body defense, and that moment just wasn't in her favor, which was able to give the Miners their first goal.
Well, I love the decision by Curtis that time, recognizing, hey, I've got a lane. We've got room and space. Good play, and Bingham answering right back. Not even a minute in, we got 3 goals here already. And this will be started by Bingham.
So what happened there was an early on Riverton, which gave Bingham the run.
Sophie room again. Riverton able to take away that middle. Oh, good burst. That hit off the post. Fantastic look there for Curtis. Bingham still possessing is in the sphere here.
Yeah, the lines are a little hard to see as they are in gray, but she'll be starting out in the 12, or outside the 12 with a self-start.
Boy, and Bingham, I'll tell you what, they're looking to attack. Like, their speed just in the opening minutes here. Riverton's got to be cued into that a little quicker.
Yeah, Riverton's got to wake up, get their feet moving, because this Miner attack is ready to make some goals.
Bingham working it around. Here's Taylor Ford. I think this is Ashlyn Smith with it. Those Bingham numbers, hard to see from where we're at. Appreciate your patience with us. Coming around, looking for the shot, and we've got a flag here, we've got a call here instead, as that didn't make its way through.
Yeah, no goal is shooting space, so Ashlyn, nicknamed Flynn, will be getting the center hash, 8-meter opportunity against the Silverwolves goalie, Maddie.
One of the seniors for the Miners, starting straight away here. Ashlyn, leading scorer on the season, coming in, looking for her 23rd, and we got a tie game, 2 apiece.
That is amazing. I know she's only a few points away from her career goal of 100 goals. Great shot off a left hip for her. A lot of tenacity behind that shot, a lot of drive, a lot of energy being a senior, and it's just super exciting to see, these seniors take a lot of action here in this game.
How about the response by Bingham? Went down 2-0, bang, bang, coming right back.
Sometimes you need that. Like, myself as a player, I don't like to be the first defender in. I like to see what my team's about, what's going on, and then respond to it. That's me as personally, and that's kind of how I feel this game went today.
The game is tied at the draw, and 2 apiece here as well to get things going.
Yeah, I mean, they're back to 0-0 pretty much.
Boy, a couple calls there on Riverton, especially near those draws, giving possession to the Miners. Oh, nice little stutter coming in, and that swept away. Good save there by Sorensen.
Looks like Schlinn's got it behind goal.
Boy, a bunch of Silverwolves there defensively.
Yeah, they know. I heard a little bit of their starting lineup is they were going to try and keep Slynn out. She's, so close to having her 100 goals. It's her senior night. And, being friends with a lot of these players, they want to keep that friendly competition and just be like, nope, Slynn, we love you, but not tonight. But we'll see how that goes here. She's already got her first goal in the first few minutes.
Bailey James working behind. Still coming around. Finds a lane, and James with the goal. And the Miners take their first lead of the night.
That was a great goal. Doing that crease roll, feeling the pressure, bursting out of that pressure on that defensive hip, and getting that goal with her arms up and free. Beautifully done. A lot of drive was behind that, a lot of power, and hopefully we see a little more of that today because that was beautiful.
Inside of 22 minutes to go. And it's 3-2 here for Bingham. Back to face off here. Our clock just a little ahead of the game clock here, 21:45 on the clock, so we'll just let that catch up. Bingham once again with it, trying to work through the middle. Nearly got tripped up there. That shot didn't make its way through. Recaptured here by James. Bailey coming around, has a shot, and takes it and scores her second of the game, and it's 4-2 Bingham.
Yeah, that energy from the first couple draws are not picking up for the Silverwolves. Bingham's had the opportunity by the lacking of the Silverwolves, getting those fouls and taking that drive and that energy and capitalizing on all those moments to get a goal.
How about Bailey start to finish on that, huh?
That was amazing. Yeah, no, doing those fast breaks are always, very encouraging and very wholesoming. So great honor.
Riverton hasn't possessed it since that second goal.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here at the draw. This is where, the action's been going tonight, is right here at the draw.
In the air, Bingham once again. Here's Sophie Curtis navigating through traffic like it's I-15. A big save put on there by Sorensen. Huh.
I'm just laughing at you because I-15.
Hey, I drive the roads. I see how people weave in and out. Just like that. Skills. I'll have the start. Coming in, bounce shot. And did that go? Yeah, that did go in. It kind of came out, but it did cross, hit the net, and bounced out. It's 5-2 Bingham. A 5-0 run.
Yeah, no, that's an amazing goal. Once that ball crosses that GLE, which is kind of non-existent seeing from our angle since there's gray lines, but once it passes that GLE, hitting net, hitting inside pipe, bottom base, anything like that, getting in the goal, that is clearly a goal. It does take a hesitation from the refs for a split second because a ref is a leading ref. Leading means closest to goal. Means they have to look up and look at the trail ref, which is the one closest to the restraining line, ensure that there is no foul and all is good.
Back to the draw here. Riverton trying to get this possession, and the push there will give it to the Silverwolves.
Kaylin got their first goal, having control off the draw, so picking it up once again. Hopefully they can gather their composure off of this drop ball and get something in the back of the net. That
pass recaptured here by the freshman Lily Taylor. That sun setting, and it's on the north end of the field that is the biggest problem right now. If you're Riverton, do you try to attack with shots from the near side and try to get that sun in the eyes, or do you not worry about that?
You definitely worry about that. Yeah, no, definitely. You want to attack from the goalie's right side, hopefully get her looking into the sun, which is unfortunate for her, but most efficient for the attacking end. So we'll see kind of what happens.
Here's Bella Butterfield. I really want to do a movie line, but we're gonna wait. Oh, good find in front. That shot just off. Maggie Bird had a good look. It's backed up here. Jensen to start for Riverton. Boy, they had a player right in front, just couldn't get her the ball. Bella. And a whistle there. Is that an offside call?
That is a
charge.
Charge.
Thank you. So Riverton turning it over there.
Yeah, they're trying to set up for a play. Something happened. Butterfield leaned too far into their attacker or defender and got that charge called on her.
Jones coming away with it for the Silverwolves as they try to work back up. Here comes Davenport. A little bit of space here as reinforcements coming up for the Silverwolves. Nice run right in front by Bird. They get it to her, and we'll get the call there in the sphere, and a good call there.
Yeah, she'll be setting up for an 8-meter opportunity, which is exactly what they want. They don't have the sun on their advantage. Unfortunately, it's kind of a little bit on a disadvantage with how they're set up, but she's going to run it in, get a good angle, and hopefully see a goal for themselves.
So be just offset. Coming. Oh, Patience. Oh, trying to get the assist. That shot sailed, backed up here. Good idea, though. Davenport with it for the Silverwolves. Coming off that screen, now space, and that shot just wide, backed up here again. Boy, both teams have been able to get good shooting opportunities in front of the cage here in this first half, Kenzie.
Yeah, well, Bingham's just having a great opportunity to shadow the stick of the Silverwolves. So by shadowing the stick, it also has been very effective by deflecting that ball that's going outside of cage.
Jensen, good defense there by Bingham, pushing her wide. Oh, and they were late to start the clock here. They've got it started now, so. Here's Butterfield. Bella there with the screen. Bird trying to work off it. Hands over. That shot wide, backed up again. Good pressure here by Riverton.
Yeah, Riverton's getting pushed into their left hand. These last couple of attempts have all been left-handed with the players being dominantly right-handed. So, Bingham's doing the right thing. Push them into their non-dom. Make them take shots that they typically wouldn't love to take.
Here's Blanc. Good defense coming off of the little chip there. Blanc with the shot, and that just misses. Backed up here once again. And they'll stop it here as well as shagging balls here in this first half.
Yeah, typically you're supposed to put balls on the end lines for these type of moments, and I can see some Bingham JV players run into the sidelines to do just that. Yeah,
both ends were shagging. So we'll see that clock kind of stop a little more frequently than you might be accustomed to. We'll do our best to keep it, again, as trued up as we can. Riverton back on the possession here. Here's Bird. Oh, nice move there by Maggie. Found a little gap. Bingham took it away. Extra pass. Beautiful find as it's Emma Pennington with the Riverton goal.
Yeah, that was a beautiful goal by Pennington. I don't think that was her original intention, but she had the open space with the kind of a pick, her defense getting caught on ball. 3 defense, it looked like, was on ball, getting that assist over and just really selling it to the back of the net for that beautiful goal down on left ankle. And I mentioned how much space there's been in front of the cage for both offense tonight, and that time Bingham tries to collapse down, take it away, but they leave the extra offensive attacker, and it makes them, well, they have to pay the price for it. Yeah, exactly. I think that's something that Riverton's kind of picked up on, is that Bingham is so good at their defense with the fast slides, with the helps, with the crashes, that they're taking advantage of those assists, and that's what I think is going to take them further in this game than they probably anticipated. Another draw here. And Riverton coming away with it. Yeah, Butterfield's got some speed, so let's see how she maintains this control. After several draws that went the way of Bingham, now Riverton has had a nice response
in the circle, leading to possession. See if they can capitalize as they did the previous.
Yeah, I know they've had a little bit of stressing out with some of their midfielders taking more draws than used to. Izzy Miller is the senior that typically takes a lot of the draws for Riverton. And she is out due to a meniscus tear, and she will be out for the rest of the season.
That's a heartbreaker. Always hate when you see seasons come to an end early, and especially so close to state tournament. That's too bad for her and for Riverton. Really, as a unit, is call here.
Yep, there's a flag, meaning the foul was pulled a second ago. It was recognized, but it wasn't affecting the player's drive until it did. Once it affects the player's drive, the player does back out. They do get that 8-meter opportunity.
Izzy a senior for Riverton as well. As they'll get the start here. The Silverwolves will. DeGrief straight away. Running in, DeGrief, the shot and the goal. Back-to-back goals for Riverton.
You know, she's doing that right thing that we were kind of talking about. The sun is on the west side, so pulling that goalie a little bit to the west side, catching a little bit of that sun, breaking it down to that left ankle, which is one of the bigger steps that the goalie has to make in those type of positionings. That's the best thing she could do on an 8-meter opportunity is to, as I say, pick a direction, pick a placement, pick a way to drive. So when she picked that side, she picked that left side of her body, the right side of a goalie, and took it down to that opportunity.
Speaking of, it is a beautiful night for lacrosse.
Oh, I'm loving this. Yeah, it's beautiful over here.
Sun's out, and we haven't had many games that have been clear skies and moderate temperatures, short sleeves, no jackets. Like, psh, fantastic.
Yeah,
off the draw.
We finally got some good weather.
I know,
really
right?
Loving it.
Still looking for possession. We'll get the call here. We'll go to Riverton.
You know, Bingham's working their attack fast. Their attack is drive down to the center corner of the field to help out with any type of fast drives. And that's all the attacking end right now that's on ball.
Bingham fans didn't love that call.
You
At least I heard some jeers.
Mm-hmm.
This one on the turf. Bingham coming away with it. Scooped up by Megan, too. And the whistle there. Bingham will keep it.
Nice interception by Butterfield.
Here comes Bella. She's got a lot of room and some momentum and reinforcements with her. Oh, she could see that stick check coming. Good adjustment there from Bella.
Yeah, the Miners had the numbers on her, so I think she did the smart thing by pulling it out, waiting for her teammates, waiting for a better setup for a new opportunity.
Riverton working this behind GLE. This is Jensen. Grace saw that commitment coming around. Oh, what a finish. Grace Jensen, the sophomore, goal number 7, but boy, that's all started behind the cage.
Yeah, that was beautiful. She did that 1,000% on purpose. She pulled that defense far enough around that crease to be able to, roll the crease and get that release. We are going on a timeout called by Bingham.
Yeah, timeout Bingham. We will step aside. We got a tie game, 13.5. Welcome back. 13.5 to go here in the first half. Dane Stewart, Kenzie Christiansen with you. Bingham went on a 5-0 run. Riverton has scored 3 unanswered to tie us up. Been a fun first half here, Kenzie.
Yeah, it's been really fun. I think that timeout is really going to center in both teams. Talk about, Riverton needs to step it up on defense, better with those slides, better with that body contact. Make sure you're not extending with the defense. Also capitalizing here at the center is where all the actions came from. Bingham's gone away with the ball nearly every time due to fouls with Riverton. So this timeout was very much needed for the Riverton side because Bingham is having so much momentum.
This feels like a game, probably the first one since we did Olympus Lone Peak, where the draws have been as pivotal as they've been in this one. Because it feels like every draw winner has led to a goal.
Mm-hmm. And that's exactly how these two teams run, is nearly the same as those two.
Working in front, coming around, top shelf, the finish. Scored by Aspen Little, her second of the game.
No, beautiful goal for her second game. Beautiful goal for her second goal of the game. That was a great top shelf, as you said. Great protection of her stick, being able to get into that right hand and sell it up top. Something that I'm having a hard time here with is the ref has an electric whistle. That's why that whistle, that pitch is a little bit different, as they've now allowed this year, from instead of having Fox 40s, to have electric whistles. So that's why that one sounds a little different. So.
And that's tripping you?
Yes, tripping me up. I had no idea if some of these are goals or not.
Is that, do both officials have the electric whistle tonight?
It doesn't sound like Cassie does for this ref.
Possession to Bingham off the draw. I haven't even noticed, so now I'm going to try to pay attention and really hone in on it.
Great defense.
Yeah, Ford backing that back out here with Smith. A lot of movement here for Bingham. Worked in front and a save. Boy, nice save there for Maddie.
And they are sealed off fast for the Miners. There is no outlets right now for the Silverwolves. Here comes Bella Butterfield, see if that got picked up by Schlind.
Yeah, you got to do something here, right? Should get it out of the crease. Ground ball. Still down here.
Yep, empty was the call, so it will be going to the Silverwolves. Empty is when the ball is not possessed inside of the head of the stick and the stick is hit. So it is an unfair play. Push, the ball will be going, I think, back to 38.
Yeah, started here by Pennington. Kept here. Davenport with sheer stick-to-itiveness. Boy, had Bird to her left. Couldn't find her. Here's DeGrief. Grace. There's a little burst. Turbo button finding herself in front, but couldn't get a shooting lane. Oh, good find. Right in front of the goal. Emma Pennington with her second goal. And again, we see that commitment by the Bingham defense and losing attackers in front.
I am honestly so proud of that goal. That is something that, not as many players take advantage of. That was a great fake high to shoot low. Okay, momentum from a pass, everybody's eyes are high, right? Goalie's eyes are high. Defense is turning around looking for that ball high. So for her to throw a quick fake, everybody thinks it's going high. Selling it down to the bottom shelf, right at feet, was honestly the best play she could have done in that moment. Overall, well done for her.
Back to even here.
Starting out this game so far, the Pennington was number 12 for 6A for goals, and she was someone that was picked for the national team as a freshman.
Wow. Face-off win here, draw going the way of the Miners. Here comes Sophie. Tried to play that over to Grizzle. Ground ball recaptured here by the Miners. We've got a whistle. Another charge here. Bingham.
Offsides. But nobody compares.
Yeah, that's on Bingham. They got 7 back, right?
Yeah, it's 7 forward. There's no yellow cards. It's always 7 forward. It looks like there was an over and back is what she was signing. That's kind of newer, mostly seen in 6s. Over and back.
Boy, here comes Riverton. Davenport handing off in front. Once again, another goal. Emma Pennington with her third of the game.
Yeah, that definitely had great drive. It was very smooth watching. There's a lot of times when you're watching a play and there's a lot of frantic, like where's it going next, who's coming forward, who's going to call who on defense. And that was just very smooth by Caitlin, having a tuck dodge, having control throughout, breaking through double team, triple team, and selling that over to Pendleton right in front of goal. She was able to capture and look at seeing her goal side and release for another goal.
7-6 the advantage for the visitors. DeGrief and Curtis here on the draw. Controlled by Bingham.
In the spear, just a little bit too close to her spear, but that check.
Started here by Miller. Oh, trying to go right in front. Heady play there by Sorensen to come and gather it. Now Riverton on the quick counter here, pushing ahead. DeGrief.
So, yeah, some of these people aren't agreeing with these pushes. The push can happen with not just your stick. A lot of players and fans see a stick-to-body contact for pushes. If they're laying their body or putting their body pressure and trying to guide them off of their lane, it is a push.
Riverton here will have it once again. DeGrief will come behind GLE, start it for the Silverwolves.
Yep, just clearing that lane for her, seeing what kind of opportunities they have.
Boy, that's a tough pass. Saved away by Edmond. Ball on the turf there, and we'll do it again here with Riverton.
Yeah, there's been a lot of pushes out on this field. You can tell that the refs are definitely taking note on that, making sure that this game stays clean and safe for both teams.
And that did find the back of the net. Boy, I lost track of that one.
I have no idea where that was.
The goal scored by Butterfield. Bella with her first of the game.
Good on Bella. Yeah, no, I personally didn't see it from my angle because there was a minor defender in that way. And I was like, did it go out? But, yeah, no, she got a beautiful left ankle shot, ripping it off that 12. You miss every shot you don't take. And she took that shot, and she made it to the back of that net.
For our movie connoisseurs, there's the movie line. I'd be shocked if anyone knows what movie that comes from.
No.
But,
I think you're so low on that one.
Gettysburg. Phenomenal.
I'm not a huge
Anyway, highly recommend. We'll head back to the draw here. Riverton leading Bingham 8-6. 8.5 to go here in our first half. Gathered by Bird. She'll pause, allow River. Ooh, that jumped out of her stick there. Recaptured here. Butterfield playing with Taylor. That knocked out of the air. Nice defense there. The cover will give it here to Bingham. Nora Davis was ready to go.
I am not sure what got called, but it was a double whistle, meaning they probably just had to reset, make sure the defendant goes 4 away with that cover. Or maybe it was an empty. I apologize if it was an empty.
Curtis, boy, she's so quick.
Yeah, she's breaking through all that defense. There was like 6 girls there.
I'll tell you the difference between Sophie Curtis and the drivers on I-15 is there is no speed limit on a lacrosse field. She can go whatever speed she wants.
Very true. No tickets allowed here.
That's right, Smith. And we had a whistle here.
So, yeah, there was a hold off ball. That's what that trail ref is for, to watch any off-ball plays. So, yeah, the ball is going to be now given up to the Bingham player, second inside for that 8-meter opportunity.
Wind up here. Firing and saved Sorensen was ready for it. Makes a nice play. And again, look at the pressure here. Boy, that stick check from behind jarred it loose. Bingham able to gain the possession. Oh, we got a whistle here from the backside.
Oh, so that sign with her arm up in the air with a fist, that means that it is offsides. So the lines here are just a little bit...
yeah, they're not easy.
I think the 32-ish?
Yep. Yeah, it's between the 31 and the 32 on your screen. It's faint. Hard to see. Here comes Taylor. Double team there, trying to work through and lost it. Little coming away with it. And Bingham will continue on. Here's Smith. And 6 minutes left to go here in the first half. Ashlyn still with it. And she'll start it.
Yeah, this is amazing for her. She's probably going to get the center hash, which will get her the best opportunity, the maximum amount of net behind goalie for this hopefully opportunity for a goal.
This will be Ashlyn. Scored earlier in the half. And the senior with another opportunity here. Going for the bounce shot. Oh, and saved away. Madison is really starting to settle in for Riverton.
Yeah, no, she's an amazing goalie. She's done very well here in this half. So, yeah, good on her.
Here come the Silverwolves. Davenport now navigating, working ahead with Bird. Maggie outside. Oh, and that little crossover by Blunk just lost it. Bingham working it out now. Here's Ford. A lot of room here for Grizzle. Grizzle trying to find a lane, working around, and we'll get the call there.
So in the sphere, why it was not called immediately is it was not holding off to a major, it was holding off a major foul. Major foul is in the sphere, pulling her out to the 8 for that opportunity.
So this will be Sophie Grizzle now, the sophomore, to start it straight away. Coming in. Boy, the call there in the sphere. I was going to say that one kind of popped out late. Didn't know if there was something contributing to that as she'll try again here. Sophie trying for the bounce shot and the goal. Grizzle with her first tonight. Sixth of the year for Sophie. And we've got a timeout taken here by Riverton. Timeout Silverwolves. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. Welcome back. 3:45 to go here, first half. Dane Stewart, Kenzie Christiansen with you. Big goal for Bingham. Felt like Riverton was starting to find some momentum there, Casey. They were on, Kenzie, sorry. They were on a 6-1 run, the Silverwolves were.
Yeah, no, it was, intense for them for a few minutes. I think just regathering their energy, putting it in a different direction and just getting out and having an overall good time. I think this game is teaching the Silverwolves a lot about, just slides and defense as a whole up here at center. A lot of girls are taking new opportunities up there because Miners are honestly doing really well. They're doing great at draw. They're capitalizing on all fouls. They're crashing on defense is flawless. You know, their shadowing of the stick and the interceptions have been great. Goalie's been phenomenal with all her saves. Overall, Miners have had a pretty good senior night.
We talk about this matchup and how important it is. Riverton, the RPI today, 4th in the state, Bingham 9th. So top 10 matchup here, obviously, and both of them within 1/100th of a point from the teams ahead of them. So big game, again, as final positioning before state playoffs is taking place over the next week and a half as we head back here to the draw. And whistle there, we'll give it here to Bingham. Couple of draw miscues for Riverton tonight. Sophie Curtis. She'll hand that off to Miller. Brianna working around, trying to take on that D, and going to stop it here. Have a card being given. So it was Davenport here who having to come off here.
Yeah, she was a little bit too much in that sphere for that crash.
Coming in, shooting and scoring, and Bingham has tied it up. Was that Miller with the goal? I believe it was.
Yeah, it was a great goal. Good for her. Great opportunity to get that in the back of the net, especially being man up. I don't know if it's just me or this angle, but that goal looks pretty tilted to me. Maddie was just hitting on it, and it's shaking. I don't think that's a super sturdy goal. Hopefully everything's good down there.
It does. In fact, they both kind of look angled backwards, don't they?
Maybe the field's maybe crooked. Yeah, I don't know.
Whoa! Now you're talking crazy, Kenzie. Come on.
You don't know.
Come on.
Have you been to Bountiful? Have you been?
Yes, but this is not Bountiful.
You don't know. There could be similarities.
The crown at Bountiful, it's legendary. Tied up, 3:15 to go. Great first half. This draw angled, and the whistle there. We'll give it to Riverton.
Yeah, for a block is what was that called? Kind of looked like a trip, but it was a block.
Tell you, Caitlin Davenport has this thing figured out. She, picked up the yellow card. She found a chair. Good on you.
I mean, if you got chaired, might as well take that opportunity
to
take a seat for a moment.
No need to get those knees all pelleted with rubber and
I don't know about you, but from years of sports, my knees are clicking.
Yeah. It only gets worse.
Yep, it will be a yellow card, I believe, for a slash.
Yeah.
That check cannot follow through to the ground. Yep, exactly as it is.
So it was the man down for Riverton, and now both sides will have a player serving time, and there's only one chair down there. So,
I mean, there's just one next to Caitlin if they want to slide it over.
And Caitlin's, and that's a padded chair actually. So,
nah, she's okay. She's got to pop a squat on the ground.
Riverton to start it. Butterfield. Coming around. Bella finding space. The shot saved away. That might have actually hit post.
I think so. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah. Butterfield recapturing it here for Riverton. Looking in front for DeGrief. And that shot was just wide. Doesn't go out. Kept here by Riverton. Jensen with it. As we approach 2 to play, Grace coming around, finding some room. The shot. And that saved away. And Bingham able to win it. Oh, is it going to stay here?
I've not seen the refs sign. Nope.
Had a call.
Oh, there was a flag.
Yeah, I missed that. Okay.
I missed that as well.
So we'll start straight away here with Jensen. Was trying to hand that off to DeGrief. That ball kicked out. It will stay here.
The attacking defending side looks a little shallow with having players out from both teams.
Yeah.
Still only 6 forward, has to have forward back with that yellow card.
Oh, boy. Blanc ran right through. Riverton couldn't find her. Worked in front, saved. Edmond able to track that one well. Approaching 1 minute to play here in the first half.
Riverton is man up. Caitlin was released from her 2-minute penalty on that yellow card.
I'd guess they have about 45 seconds of man up-ish. Here comes Bingham. They don't care. Taylor Ford right in front, and the goal. Taylor Ford scoring it for Bingham.
That was awesome. I honestly didn't believe it was a goal. It was just plopped it on in there. Got that little weave in, right hand, dropped her stick a little bit, just plopped it right in. And I think Maddie was a little surprised by it too, as it didn't have a lot of speed on it, didn't have a lot of finesse on it. It just kind of was there.
How about the shiftiness that we've seen from Bingham today? It feels like their left-right game and the mix of the vertical speed has been a problem.
Yeah, their horizontal movement is very good. That's something that, a lot of players have got to have. You've got to be able to move horizontally and vertically.
Had a sideline clarification as we prepare for the draw here. 45 seconds to play in the half. Seven different goal scorers for Bingham today. They win the draw.
Nice back check.
That was loosened by DeGrief, and now Riverton can come up for a last-second push. Butterfield leading it. 25 seconds left in the half. Bella coming around, heading in front, shot and a goal. Caitlin Davenport with her second tonight, and we're tied up.
Yeah, tying up the score was beautifully done by Caitlin's goal, and that assist was phenomenal. I was waiting for that kind of opportunity because she did get the attention of both defenders on that crease roll, thinking that they were needed for that slide. They slid a little too early, which gave that opportunity for Caitlin to sneak in and get that goal. Overall, a great job by both teams. I'm excited to see how these next about 16-ish seconds go.
Yeah, see if one team can push it here. Certainly have an opportunity to take a lead, but boy, that draw would be critical to do so.
Yeah, this draw is very critical to see how this is going to play out for the next few seconds. Who's going to make the next goal if that goal can be made in those 16 seconds.
Out of the air, and Bingham will have it. Bailey James, clock inside of 10. James, try to get that in front to Hatch. Addie's got it. That shot just wide. Backed up here, and that'll do it. The first half comes to a conclusion. We're tied up at 9. Bingham, Riverton. What a game as we've reached the break. Bingham, Riverton, 9-9. What a first half we saw. Catch you up on some of the scoring for the Silverwolves. 3 goals for Pennington, 2 goals for DeGrief and Davenport, Butterfield, and Jensen rounding out the scoring for Riverton. Meanwhile, for Bingham, 2 goals for Bailey, James, and Aspen Little, and then goals for Curtis, Miller, Smith, Ford, and Grizzle, as they have evened it out. The Miners have. Beautiful night here tonight as we get ready for our opening draw here for the second half on KSL Sports Rewind. As this draw in the air. That's control. Riverton with it. Kenzie, your thoughts on what we saw in the first half?
there was a lot that happened first half. There was a lot of back and forth, a lot of energy from both teams. And, you know, their conversations with the timeouts had to be had with, you know, how are they going to reevaluate each other's games, how they're going to react on defense and attack, how they're going to use, you know, lighting to their advantage or disadvantage, you know, switching the field now. It's just going to take them into hopefully a different mindset as it gets darker, a little cooler.
This is like the slowest this game has been all night, right?
I was going to say, I was like, has it started yet? Like, let me rub my eyes.
It's been fast-paced. We've seen a lot of running, a lot of side-to-side, up and down, quick counters. Mm-hmm. There's a quick little burst, and we've got a whistle here.
For shooting space.
Yeah, we'll give the start here to DeGrief.
I think that's exactly the tactic that, you know, the Silverwolves are wanting for this, is that everything's been so fast-paced that moving into the second half is slow it down. Take your time, find the right movement. And I definitely bet it's going over to Pendleton with how she's staring her down right now.
She is uncovered, and that one saved away. Good track there by Edmond. Riverton trying to maintain it, and they do. Both goalies started to settle in that half as well.
Mm-hmm.
Shooting space here again.
Yep, in the sphere, it's going with Caitlin, I think. Depending on the lighting of the field, she'll be on the hanging hash. She's a right-handed player, so you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so hopefully she takes it.
Thanks for the cover there. I appreciate that.
Got you.
Yeah. Oh, nice handoff. DeGrief with the shot and the goal for Riverton.
Yeah, that was beautifully done. I saw that coming. That's something that, you know, they're going to keep capitalizing on, is those assists. As we've talked about before, Bingham is fast with their slides. They're fast with their communication. You know, the horizontal and vertical footwork they have is flawless. So to see a center lane player open, smartest thing to do is when you got a hard angle like that is to pass it off center and get a beautiful, flawless shot like they did.
Head back here for another draw. Riverton scored the first 2 goals of the game before Bingham really started to build up some momentum.
Let's see if history repeats itself.
Yeah.
Beautiful draw.
Yeah, face-off or draw win, and Davenport coming in there to win it for the Silverwolves. DeGrief giving that with Bird. Maggie back here to Grace. Boy, a lot of room here, one-on-one. DeGrief had that trailer to Bird. Nice. That broken up. Good work by that Bingham D.
Yeah, good ball tracking.
Looking in front. That pass was just a little off. Kicked around. Still on the ground. Picked up here by Davenport. Riverton's really spreading them out more here in the second half.
I think they're just doing a lot of repetition of different plays, because for a second there was nobody behind goal on X. So I think they're just trying out some different things, seeing how it's going to happen for them.
Well, that pass was a little hard to capture there for Alsasser, and Bingham now trying to evade. Here's Curtis. There she goes.
By Riverton, here she comes.
She's got to run track. Curtis. And now she'll let Bingham set up the offense here. Absorbing that contact, now around the screen. Bingham still on it.
Got a little bit of an ISO going on.
Hatch feeding in front. Turn around. The shot on the goal. It's Taylor Ford with her second of the game.
I mean, this is definitely starting out differently than the start of the game, as we have now had a back-to-back goal on both sides responding. As we started the game, as mentioned, Riverton had 2 goals straight out. Bingham caught up, and right now there's a different energy. It's a back and forth. You know, they're trying to learn and capitalize on everything that they did the first half and just excel with their abilities.
Taylor Ford knew exactly what she was going to do with that the moment she got that pass. She saw that hard step in, and then I've got the wraparound, and that's a quick shot, a good goal.
Yeah, it was a great goal.
Sun is setting.
I know, I'm freezing. Put on shorts for the first time this year, and I am a chilly.
Yeah, it's
I don't know how these girls play in skirts when it's snowing.
Well, they're running around. That helps a little bit, right?
Yeah, that's true. Nice.
Another draw possessed by Bingham.
That was great on her jumping that line on that circle. That was beautifully done. I want to see that 1,000 more times, so that was great.
James will have to pull this back. Here's Smith. Ashland coming around, had a whistle there before that shot. It's kept out, but we'll get the opportunity here for Ashland Smith.
Yeah, center hash, everybody's favorite shot. You know, she's setting up to rip it. And here we go.
Yeah, there is the rip, and beating Sorensen for the goal as Bingham retakes the lead.
Yeah, get on her with that little shuffle step or karaoke step, either way you want to do it. To a beautiful sell off goalie's head. Shlyn, I don't know if you guys saw that. She sprinted all the way across field to give her goalie a good old hug. You know, she's proud of those moments and wants to celebrate with the full team.
And now she's got to run all the way back.
She's young. She's fine.
Getting steps in. I did see that. That was cool.
Mm-hmm. That was awesome. That's great sportsmanship.
Talk about senior night. And Ashland, one of those seniors, giving her goalie some thanks as Bingham finding themselves in front off the draw. Had whistles there. It'll go to Riverton. Here comes DeGrief. Lost it. Picked up by Davenport.
This just shows how strong the Miners are. They're pulled outside the 12 with that one-on-one body defense and was doing pretty good until we got that in the sphere right there.
You know, it's interesting because some defenses will pack it in and let you keep that ball out. Mm-hmm. Bingham obviously feel comfortable like, hey, we can go out and defend you out there.
Well, this just shows how different teams work. You had, you know, Brighton versus Bear River where Bear River played the backer on them, and now we have such space. Flag. It looked like it was a block is what I think the signal was there. She'll be getting an 8-meter. Yeah, a block. 8-meter opportunity. Just kidding. 12-meter opportunity?
Yeah.
12. She's pulling out to the 12.
Yeah, this is wide. Block. Davenport coming in, trying to feed it. DeGrief just missed. Backed up here. Good look there for the Silverwolves.
This is a fun game overall with a lot of movement. You know, Silverwolves have had a lot of opportunities to get that ball onto attack, but Miners will just keep pushing that away.
Started here by Jensen. She'll play out to Butterfield. Bring in help, Bingham here. Butterfield. Into traffic, weaving around the shot and the goal. Scored by Bella Butterfield, her second.
Yeah, she was trying to break through that double team, got pushed out by the Miners, was able to go back, do a little roll dodge, and find her arms up and free and one step ahead of that defense, and that's all she needed to sell that to the back of the net.
Still tied. I mean, the largest lead in this game was 5-2. And really, ever since Riverton came back to tie it at 5, it's been like a 1-goal difference has been it.
I feel like I'm watching like some ping pong with the back and forth, getting some action going on here. You know, Bella had that last goal, which was amazing. She's also a dual athlete. She is a wrestler, took second in state.
Wow.
And so good for her as she's, you know, excelling in both sports.
Understanding leverage.
Yep.
That's awesome. A draw here, bouncing wide, picked up by Davenport. Oh boy, tough pass there. Is that one sailing through, gathered by the Miners. Addie Hatch coming away with it. Scooped up here by Smith. Ashlyn here behind goal.
Almost set up for a one-on-one.
There's a lot of room in front of the cage.
It all depends on how they want to use it.
Yeah, here's Ford. Good handoff there by Riverton defensively. Boy, Riverton knew exactly what they wanted to do. Halliday right there. Bingham still on possession here. Curtis finding that extra gear, the shot and the goal. Sophie Curtis once again finding the back of the net.
That was a great breakthrough, getting her arm up and free, and she wasn't going to let that shot, you know, not make it to the back of the net. That had so much velocity, so much sharpness to it. Great goal for her. I think that's her second of the night.
Yep.
Overall, great job for her. Now we're right back up here at this draw, and that's exactly what's determined a lot of this game is, you know, starting with the draw, who's going to take it, if there's any fouls happening, just keeping it clean, keeping that possession. We've had some great breakaways with the Miners coming off the circle, you know, jumping that line and making it into the draw.
Boy, Natty came off, and I don't know if she's hobbled, but
She
almost
looked
like
injured.
she's trying to stretch something, or she doesn't.
She looked injured.
Looked like something might have just happened there. I mean, she's okay walking around. We'll see her, but that's really kind of
Maybe just rolled her ankle a little bit.
Yeah.
Or something.
Off the draw, Riverton trying to get there, and it'll be Riverton possession.
Butterfield's definitely taking her time. She has speed, so.
Yeah. You see her set that up. Bella here playing over to Jensen. Grace looking in front. Bird trying to come around. You could see the contact there.
Yeah, she was taking that contact pretty well until she wasn't. I believe that whistle was blown where she gets this 8-meter opportunity.
This will be Maggie Bird. Nice peel back, the shot and the save. Morgan Edmond keeping that out. Is this ball trickling through? And we'll get the, we'll give it to Bingham.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, as we can't see those lines very well, it was a over the line.
Oh, okay.
Had to bring her back. It was offsides for those few seconds.
I didn't know if it was going to be that or if it was going to be the box out, but yeah.
Yep.
Here's Smith. Ashlyn. That
Nice
shot
back
didn't make
check.
its way through.
Yeah, she hung her stick, able to get that back check. Then picked up by Davenport as she rushes downfield. Davenport has a lot of speed. Got tripped up.
Yeah. Inadvertent. I don't think Bingham will mind. Allow the defense to get in place here.
Yeah, give him a few seconds to set up.
Oh, good find, Bird, the quick look. That was kick saved away by Edmond, her best save of the game.
That was great. That was a phenomenal save. You know, a lot of people say, you know, you put the slowest person in goal. No, those goalies have to be so fast.
Yeah.
Those balls can go for most women from 40 to 60 plus miles an hour. You got to be a fast, speedy, agility, high agility goalie.
Riverton was able to get that back. Blanc here will start it.
Keeping those sticks up.
Davenport was trying to maybe take advantage of a little seam there, but going to get called here, and Bingham able to get the possession back. Feels like Bingham's defense, be it Edmond in goal or even some of the stick work we've seen the last couple minutes, it's really ramped itself up here for the Miners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've had a lot of energy, a lot of goal opportunities.
Taylor Ford with her third goal of the game, and the lead is now 2.
Yep, she found Maddie creeping out of that GLE, which gave her the opportunity to release that back of the net. Beautiful goal, had a good angle, overall great play.
And we've got a timeout taken here. 13-11, Bingham with the lead. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. Welcome back. Dane Stewart, Kenzie Christiansen with you. Bingham leading Riverton 13-11. But Kenzie, has been the Bingham defense that has made a couple critical stops, some nice saves, and all of a sudden, 2-goal lead.
They're crushing it. Honestly, they keep their stiffs up. They keep their body contact. You know, they play with their feet and not their, sticks. And what I mean by that is, when you play with your sticks, that means a stick-to-body contact. You know, your feet are lagging behind, but that is exactly what the Miners are not doing. They are keeping that feet ahead, stick shadowing stick, and just keeping excelling and progressing with their defense.
If you're Riverton, what have you got to adjust here?
You got to pass faster, sooner, and you got to take a lot more opportunities to move your feet.
I feel like their offense has been much more deliberate in this second half, and I don't know that that's actually bode well for them.
Yeah, no, they've had a lot of great plays on assists. So I think just keeping that flowing is what's going to keep to their advantages. As Kaylin has the ball here at the 12, got to look for assists.
Working in front. Bingham really collapsing down the call there. And that was my thing is I don't say that to be negative at all, right? But it was one where in the first half it felt like there was a lot of movement, a lot of passing. And here it's been like we're going to spread them out, and it just hasn't quite felt the same.
Well, you don't know if a tactic's going to work or not until you try it. So I think that's exactly where, we're at now.
Here's Blanc, straight away for Riverton. Coming in, looking for the shot. That was wide, and it will go to Bingham. Great positioning there for the Miners as they're able to win it. I think it was Eleanor Woolley there for the Bingham defense. Miners working ahead. Oh, that pass captured by Ford, but if she could have handled that cleanly, she would have been off to the races. Bingham still pushing here. Miller working back for a lane. Brianna.
I believe that was a stick-to-body contact. She did kind of have an upwards motion, meaning cross-check. So it could go either way. Either way, it will be on the 12.
Yeah, Miller here outside, looking in front, and the goal. Beautiful find to Taylor Ford for another Bingham goal.
Yeah, I think something that, Riverton's got to pick up on is Maddie is creeping too far out from the goal, giving too much space and opportunity where we had a few goals where it felt like that she just plopped him in or, she's getting right around goalie with so much space behind her. Maddie's just got to suck back just a little more to cancel out those opportunities for the Miners. But overall, Miners are taking great advantage of that, If it works, it works. Keep with it.
We'll head back to another draw, and boy, Bingham continuing an impressive second half here. And Riverton's not reeling, but it feels like
I get what you're saying, yeah.
Got to do something here, right?
You got to respond, yeah.
And look, it was a 5-2 advantage for Bingham, and Riverton came back. They responded. We'll see if they can do it again here, facing their second 3-goal deficit of the game, as this possession controlled off the draw by Bingham. Riverton able to come away with it. DeGrief picking up the ground ball there. She'll continue on. Grace. Boy, she's got the edge. Grace looking for the shot and the save again by Edmond. Lost it right in front. Ground ball. Bingham had it. Can they recapture it? Yay. I thought they had it, and instead it's Riverton.
Izzy's got it. That's what persistency gets you. You just keep going for that ball. Don't give up. Because if Izzy would have given up there, it would have been the Miners for days.
Persistence. It's another movie theme. Right in front, and that kick saved away. A call here.
Yeah, but push. So I believe that's Pendleton. What's her last name? Okay, that's a Riverton player taking that center hash.
Hard to see the jersey number. We'll get that for you here as soon as we can.
Pennington. It's Pennington.
Right in front, and that hits the iron. I think it was actually Grace Jensen. I think it was 14 for Riverton. And Bingham will have it. Boy, you get a prime opportunity like that, Kenzie, and iron.
That was a phenomenal save for the goalie, honestly. It wasn't a lack of trying on the shooter's end, but that goalie's just stepping up and stepping out for an amazing game.
Because it even felt like on that shot, they had to hold it, right? It was like there wasn't a good shot until late. As good pressure there by Riverton, but the call will give it back here to Bingham moment. Yeah, going to get a card here.
A green card for delay of game for a failure to move 4 away. I think. I could be wrong. It could also be on the... No, it is. It's on defense. Yep, it's for Caitlin for the failure to move 4 away. So if that happens again, it's a green-yellow, which is a penalty against the team. 2-minute time out for that player.
Bingham will set up here once again. Harvey giving that back to Smith. In the sphere there. Must be Ashlyn.
Schlinn's made those 8 meters before. See if it happens here.
Coming in, and it does happen. Third goal of the game for Ashlyn Smith.
Yep, she was able to keep that clean and smooth. A beautiful plane from her stick to that top shelf.
And the Bingham run continuing. Was 9 apiece at the break as the Riverton fans trying to cheer on their bench. Trying to get some energy back here for Riverton.
Mm-hmm. Something's got to pick up.
It's been a 6-2 second half for the home side.
I got to give it to the Miners. They've had some good songs coming out of between these goals.
Off the draw. Bingham coming away with it. It was Curtis able to track it down. She doesn't look hampered at all. We talked about maybe had a little bit of a limp after she scored that goal, but she looks to be just fine.
Her adrenaline is pumping, though. It is a good game.
And that taken away. Good defense there by Hunt, trying to stay with it, and does. Oh, yeah, and Butterfield here will start. Bella trying to use her speed. Now to the middle. Another chance for Riverton now to try to find that answer. 8.5 to go here in regulation. Skipped across. Blanc trying to come around.
3 seconds. 3 seconds is when a defender is standing inside of the 8 with that is further away than a stick length from the attacker. So the ball will be going where? I have no idea. I think first or second inside, pulling that player to the outside.
It'll be Blanc. Riverton wanting a goal, finding a goal. It's the sophomore Blanc with her first tonight.
Yeah, good for her. She's taken a few shots on goal, but this is the first time she's been able to sell it to the back of the net, in which it was a great goal with a little bit of dodging, a little bit of protection, to a perfect sell to the goal.
Now Riverton's got to get back to doing what they found rhythm in the first half, that being the draws. We haven't really seen them. I don't know if they've won a draw. It's only been 1 or 2 here in this second half.
I think you're correct. I believe you're correct. And, I'm not 1,000% surprised because Courtney is their head coach here at Bingham, and I believe she was a midfielder draw taker at Westminster, one of the only NCAA teams here in Utah for women's lacrosse. So having that speed and that tenacity off the draw in that midfield is not a total surprise to me with having such an elite coach.
Well, and you mentioned it in the first half, Kenzie, not having Milner here tonight and not having that steady draw presence. It's had to be by committee tonight as Bingham winning this one, worked in front, and that one couldn't be handled. Trickling back, Bingham able to recapture.
I do know the Silverwolves worked a lot on their draws, which they're hopefully going to keep continuing to do as they do not have Milner anymore. They've had a fair drive right here.
That pass just a little too tall, and Riverton able to take it away. Now the Silverwolves pushing ahead. Butterfield. Bella.
We'll see if it works in their favor as they slow down the game a little bit more like they have in the past this half. And hopefully it works in their advantage as they are 3 goals behind.
Bring that double team up top as a whistle here.
Offsides, okay. Yep. So that puts the player behind and a whistle start.
Bella coming in the shot, and Edmond able to track that. This outlet a little off the mark, and Riverton found it, but can't keep it. We're going to bring this one back, I believe, yeah.
Yep, because the defense did not move off. That player needs to stutter for just a second, make sure that defendant moves off.
Approaching 6 to play here in regulation. Bingham a 3-goal lead. Sophie Curtis. She's got space. And yeah, she
and that's fair.
Drew that call. You see that a couple times potentially on that play.
Yep. Hopefully Maddie is able to learn from her past experiences. Doesn't come too far out of goal. Hopefully gets a great save for Riverton. Otherwise, the alternative is an amazing goal for the Miners. Oh, just kidding. She gets a lane, not the 8.
Sophie, excuse me. Working that over little. We'll play this back. How aggressive are you if you're Bingham here, Kenzie?
Honestly, keep possession. Play smart. If you have the opportunity, take it, but don't force anything.
Looking for that feed in front, and that one kick saved away and then smothered. Nice job there by Sorensen. Riverton needed that one.
Yes, they did, and that will hopefully keep, the fans are over here cheering for Maddie. That hopefully keeps with the adrenaline. With Maddie coming out of goal, I'm surprised that a Miner is not pulling up to play body defense on her.
Boy, that's a tough pass. And able to find Maggie Bird. Bird up that far line, still with it, gets past the defense. Maggie trying to get in front. Nice stick check there by Bingham to jar it loose.
So unfortunately that wasn't a stick nice interception. Wasn't a stick check. The player did switch her hands, which made her hit her own stick into the defendant's stick. So it wasn't necessarily a check, even though it does look like that.
I was trying to give credit to Bingham, but
I'm sorry,
I'm just
Bingham.
teasing. I'm just teasing. No, that's a good explanation. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. And that's why, sometimes you'll hear also, people are yelling, that should be a yellow, that should be a yellow, because a player got hit in the head. Well, did the player do it herself? Did she run into it? Did she force her own stick into her own head? There's a lot of things that those refs are looking for and why things aren't getting called.
Ford trying to look right in front. That ball
was intercepted, it looked like by Maddie. Now, playing on the ground.
And the call here going to give it to Riverton. What'd you see there, Kenzie?
So a hold is what was called, but I also saw some jumbling around on the goalie. She's getting rightfully called for this. She got hit in the head. She's not feeling good. That's exactly what I had thought had happened.
I mean, immediately she kind of moved her head to the side, almost like she was trying to stretch it or something. And now, to your point, the official just stopping the clock, making sure that she's okay before we start it here.
Yeah, their other goalie's actually, unfortunately, out by injury, too. So this is why the team's just got to step it up and take the opportunity to play.
Riverton. Jensen with it. Stood up. She'll work around. Here's Butterfield. And we've got...
offsides once more on Bingham. I think Riverton's going to try and work hard. Maddie's still over there, was holding their head for a second. So Riverton's going to try and keep possession as Bella does have a lane to goal.
Butterfield trying to feed in front. And did that hit the helmet or the crossbar? Ricocheted up.
It hit something.
It hit something. Backed up here by Riverton. 2:35 to go. Time starting to become a potential concern here for the visitors. DeGrief. Found the lane, the shot kicked away by Edmond. Boy, and that one hit her. You can tell she's hobbling. She's wearing that one.
Yep, they don't got no steel-toed cleats.
Maddie is wearing shin guards for Riverton. No such for Edmond today.
Yep, that is actually legal as of, I think, this year or last year. I think it's last year. That goalies do not have to wear shin guards.
Working in front, and Edmond again. How many saves has she had in this second half, Kenzie?
Too many to count for me.
Grizzle working up. That one kept in. That was Ruby Curtis there, the freshman, able to keep it for the Miners. 90 seconds left. Boy, what a second half. We talked about the first half, back and forth, tied at the break. Bingham, this has been a statement second half. We talk about momentum for playoffs. There's a lot of momentum Bingham can take from this game.
Yeah, and I think they're playing really smart with Ashlyn right now. Is taking, she was until that call, was taking it very slow, keeping possession. We only got seconds left, or a minute left. So just taking that possession to the best they can.
Yeah, Smith, again, no need here to push it. Wisely showing that patience. And that's it coming up. We're going to get a card here.
That is Kaylin's for the second of the game. So she is out for the last 40 seconds. The clock has not stopped on the field. I do have it stopped here, though.
Yeah. They got 42 seconds on the official game clock. The official here going to come over and just have a conversation with the table.
Yep, I think they're going to be fixing up that score or that time just a little bit as it was running, as that was getting situated. But yeah, no, if this wasn't the last 40 seconds of the game, Caitlin's second yellow card should be out for the rest of the game, which will, be hard for the Silverwolves in the last few minutes being man down. But the best thing they can do is play with some composure, play with some, some class and sportsmanship, and just play a really good game ending this game for the Miners, as they are favored for the game.
Well, a game where it felt like Riverton started to find the momentum in the first half, and yet appears as though they may be walking out of here with an L. Certainly some items to work on, but boy, they showed glimpses tonight where it's like their speed, their athleticism. Mm-hmm. You can kind of see why, 9-4 coming in this one for the Silverwolves.
Yeah.
Mentioned fourth in the NCAA coming into tonight. They put 43.7 on the clock.
And something else that I do is with the Utah Lacrosse Report is we do the coaches poll. I know how both these teams get rated on there. Bingham has always been a contender with Riverton that has been in those top 10. I think my favorite thing is girls lacrosse is listen to boy lacrosse players shout things out. My favorite. They're always so correct.
Started here by Ford. Final 30 seconds. This loose. Bingham trying to keep it. Good race to the ball there. Won by Bird. Here comes DeGrief. Final 15 seconds. What a second half from Bingham. And give credit to Morgan Edmond, the goal. Big saves as Bingham able to get a win on senior night. They defeat Riverton 15-12. Kenzie, your final thoughts and a selection of our player of the game.
I think overall this is a really well-played game. I think there was a lot of times that both teams were able to learn and grow throughout the whole game. But all I have to say is, wow, for this Miner goalie, she is phenomenal. She had amazing saves. She had amazing ball control, great clears, great sight. Overall, just a phenomenal goalie. I think she's one of the seniors nominated that I would love to, take that to. For the Silverwolves, I think Bella Butterfield, something that's sticking in my mind for Bella Butterfield is her interception. She had a couple of good opportunities for interceptions, and she had completed a couple of great opportunities for interceptions, along with, I believe she got maybe 1 or 2 goals. So, yeah, good on both teams. Great game overall, and beautiful ending.
These two teams now tied in Region 3, both at 2-2, as we prepare for the last week of the regular season. Morgan Edmond with a game to remember, just a junior. But on senior night, it was the junior delivering stellar saves to help lift Bingham over Riverton 15-12. For Vince Francis, Kenzie Christiansen, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us. And a reminder, we'll have girls lacrosse for you the rest of the year, all the way to state championships, right here on KSLSports.com. Good night, everybody.